Johan's cross. In 1985, Sister Joella, rest her soul, taught math lab. What is math lab, you ask? Well, in the good little Catholic school that I went to, we had reading lab and math lab, which were basically a second course in math and reading. Oh, yes, just to make sure that we can read, write, and do arithmetic. And as a result, I guess I lucked out because I can read and write pretty well. Math, that one didn't stick so well, but back then I could at least add, subtract, multiply, and divide. So please pardon my dear Aunt Sally. Go me. Once I got to algebra, game over. Anyhow, she always used to tell us little stories about different things. And I vividly remember in that year her telling this story right around Thanksgiving. And so I share it with you. She said there was a little German boy named Johann, who, of course, could do mad mathematics problems in his head and was obviously tremendously gifted with figures. But looking back, I think she may have enhanced that part of the story for teaching purposes. Not quite sure, but I think so. Of course, he did math perfectly. I did not. However, he had this cross that he felt was way too big and too bulky, and he couldn't deal with it anymore. He was annoyed with it, and of course he visited his local cross shop, because doesn't everybody have a local cross shop in their town, country? Must be a German thing. So he went into the local cross shop and propped his cross up at the door so he could trade it in later or buy an upgraded model. And he began to shrug his shoulders and shake it out a little bit to feel what it was like to not have a cross around him all the time, leaning on him constantly. And he started picking up different wands and looking at different wands that were all, different sizes, different shapes, different colors. Some were metal, some were wood, some were different materials like plastic, all sorts of types and sizes of colors and varieties of crosses. And he spent probably an hour going through the store from corner to corner, looking and picking up and putting down and constantly trying to get the one that was just right, that felt the right way, perfect to him. But he wasn't satisfied. After a good hour or so, he just felt very exacerbated that he couldn't find the one that would be just perfect for him. And then, when he was about to give up and just sigh and walk out, he finds this one cross. And he picks it up and he tries it on, and he thinks it's really good, finds it to be comfortable, thinks that it's got impressions in the right spot, put his hands in the right spot, sat on his shoulder pretty well, really was a comfortable fit, and figured that it might be the one for him. So he says, smiles, I think I got the one that's just right. He walks up to the shop owner and he says, I would like to trade my cross for this one. I think it is perfect. And do I owe you anything else, or could it be an even swap? And the shopkeeper looks at him very seriously and said, son, that's the one you came in with. And he was stunned. It took him a minute. But then he realized that what he had was just right for him. He never should have put it down. So, God's got a funny sense of humor. He only gives you what you can handle, even though it doesn't really feel like that all the time. That was his, and only his. It wouldn't make sense for anybody else to have his cross, and it wouldn't feel right for him to take anybody else's on. So he didn't really need to go to the cross shop. Moral of the story is, you don't know what you got until it's gone. With all the normal hustle that the holidays bring, and an extra level of crazy that came with this year, it can be tough to navigate all the responsibilities in life. But no matter how overwhelmed you're feeling, take a few minutes today to think about all that you do have going for you and appreciate it. Because chances are, those are the things that keep you going during the difficult times. The things that keep you motivated, that keep you on track or wanting to do more, try more, get up in the morning, get through the rough spots. Because life's always going to throw you negative things, and you just have to be ahead of it, or at least even with it. Sometimes it may not feel like you're winning, but there's definitely more good than bad, or you wouldn't be able to push beyond all the difficult times that just invariably are going to happen. So try and make it a positive day for yourself and think about all the people and things and places you've been and good stuff in your life. And it could just be a simple sunset or a really great meal with a bunch of friends and family, or maybe even some quiet time alone. Everybody's different, but reading a good book, listening to a podcast, something that you might do differently, or just treat yourself and enjoy it. And you deserve it. If you like this type of content, scare the like button into turning blue and subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos. Thanks for watching.